What's up, Internet? Advantageous here, and are you ready for an amazing battle? Oh, I was so upset that I didn't get to record this live, that my camera was on the fritz, because, oh, what a good battle. You have got to stay all the way through and watch this. So let's get it started. Oh, man. So his team, again, like the second battle, looked pretty scary. This is yeah, by the way, this is a passerby Wi-Fi battle. So I knew this T-Tar was going to lead. So I'm like, Greninja's a great lead for me because I might be able to scare it out. But T-Tar is pretty bulky. I don't even think it would take it out in one turn, and it's probably sashed anyways. So I get the Choice Banded U-turn off. That does, like that does a whole lot to T-Tar. Like, look at how much that does. So I switch out into Gardevoir. So I did see on his team that he had like 2 Sand Setters and an Excadrill. So I'm like, okay, so that Excadrill is a big problem. So he sets up the rocks here, and I'm thinking, alright, you're probably going into drill this turn. So I gotta Willow you and get it, like, and just cripple it right off the bat. So Gardevoir comes in, I Will-O-Wisp the T-Tar, which gets it burned, and then it goes for the payback, and like, this is the power of T-Tar. Like, that is a burned T-Tar against a max health, max defense, bold nature Gardevoir. T-Tar is too strong, so I'm guessing at this point it's probably an adamant. T-Tar obviously not banded. So here I'm realizing that I have to stall out the turns. It might be Smooth Rock, but above all else I have absolutely got to stall out these sand turns as long as I can. So the payback still hit me very hard. I wanted to stall. This is where I kind of wish I had Protect on this set, but 2 Protects on one team, that's kind of dirty. I didn't want to do that. So I kind of wish, but you know what? He probably would have died to burn this turn anyways. So it would have been nice to have Protect, not to have to do anything. So I get the, I'm gonna get my wish back here, bring me up to full, or near full at least. And then I knew what was coming in this turn. I was trying to bait it out. And here comes the Excadrill. And I'm thinking, you're going for Iron Head, so let's hear. If he's not Smooth Rock, he's got like 2 turns left before the sand goes down. So I'm thinking he's going to go for Iron Head. I'm going to switch into Heatran and take the hit. And then he goes for EQ. I'm like, did you predict that? I was in shock. I'm like, oh crap. Oh, Heatran was like such a check to this team. It was crazy. So I'm like, that is really bad. So the sand actually went down that turn. So I did count. I don't think I was counting right now, but during the battle I was counting the turns properly. So it's not Smooth Rock. I take it out. So here he brings in this piece of crap to take my U-turn. Now realizing that I am banded. I knew he was going to switch out though. So I didn't go for a water move because absolutely he was switching out. This would have been a good switch even if I went for a water move. So a U-turn out, it did more damage to me than I did to it, as I get a switch into Machamp. And this thing, Zarya has been MVP for me, and it was no different in this match. So here, I'm thinking the Espeon was going to come in, so I did lock myself into Fire Blast instead of Focus Blast. Just because I wanted to do some chip damage, I knew it would do a whole lot to Espeon. So in comes this Hippo thing, Hippowdon. I get a crit on the Fire Blast. It still does a lot. I know the Slack Off is coming here, so I'm like trying to figure out like what do I want to switch into. Like Gardevoir can take hits from this thing all day. I can get a Wish Off, switch into something that can take it. And now at this point, like this is the last thing that can threaten me with Excadrill. I'm like, if I can get rid of this thing and neutralize it, Excadrill kind of becomes, you know, he becomes irrelevant. And it does outspeed, I think I calced it, it does outspeed my entire team if it was Jolly. But normally you run Adamant on it, so it would have been a close call with Mega Alakazam, but I can't do anything to it. So here on this turn, he predicted me to go for Will-O-Wisp, because I did that before on his Sand Setter. But I predicted that pretty nicely, and I went for the Wish here. And now I'm getting another prediction here. I made some pretty good predictions in this match. I played it very well. And that's why I wanted you to watch. Like this is like league battle style, like competitive level predictions that I'm making. So this Shadow Ball, very obvious, that's coming my way. I know Greninja can take it. I'll take Sandstorm, Rocks damage. I should live this, and then I'll get my Wish back. And then I'll be in a very good position. So I do live it, take the Sandstorm damage, and then I've effectively gotten Greninja in for free because it's gonna get the Wish back. And here I have absolutely no reason not to go for U-turn. There's no way that he's gonna stay in. But I know that Ferrothorn is coming in, so I do a double swap. And this is where the predictions are great, because I double swap, which was, really risky to switch back into Machamp. But I knew it was coming. I knew that Ferrothorn was coming in. And I'm like, I get a free switch into Machamp, and something dies. Because I can Focus Blast or Fire Blast, and whatever gets hit dies. So this time, he knows that I have the Focus, like I'm sure he knows I have the Focus Blast. Or you think I was going to go for the Fire Blast. But this time it's like, no, you're not going to bring an Espeon on this. Because I got the Focus Blast. That's a 2-hit KO. And I'm thinking, do I outspeed you? Do I outspeed you? And I do. And I get a second Focus Blast off. And that Hippowdon is history. So now both Sand Setters are gone. Which is phenomenal. Sandstorm's still up. So this, I'm thinking that this thing was the Smooth Rock one. Because it did come in for a lot of damage. So in comes Lopunny. I have to save this thing because Ferrothorn comes in, I get a free switch into Machamp, and something dies. So I'm like, I need to preserve it. So oddly enough, I do switch into Greninja, kind of sacking it. Like I knew the Fake Out was coming, but I did have priority with my Water Shuriken. So I wanted to just get a bit of damage on this Lopunny because usually it's so fast, it has the Fake Out, it's really hard to hit it. So I'm like, I'm gonna get this off because Lopunny, actually Mega Lopunny it has decent defenses, like I think 94 defense, 96 special defense. So it's not frail by any stretch. I think it just doesn't have a lot of HP. I think that's what its weakness is. But it's fairly bulky. Like you can take hits. So in comes Alakazam. The only reason I'm bringing this thing is to set up screens. Even though I will outspeed on the next turn, I can't do anything to it. My only attacking move is Knockoff, which does absolutely diddly bupkas to this. So this thing usually acted as a good pivot for me. Because I would be able to, because like this, I can set up the screens. And then switch out, get something a safe switch in. So I was thinking here, like, I need a safe switch in to Gardevoir because I need to get my Machamp back up to full. Because I know I need that thing healthy to win this match. Because it does so well. So here, I'm predicting a Leech Seed or some sort of setup move. So I get the Leech Seed prediction correct. And then I decide to knock off its Rocky Helmet. It doesn't really affect anything else. I guess just, like, Greninja's dead. So I didn't really need to get rid of its Rocky Helmet. But I didn't have anything else to do. And, with Gyro Ball. However you want to pronounce it, it doesn't matter. I like Gyro Ball. It sounds cool, but I'm pretty sure it's Gyro Ball because Gyrosphere. So Alakazam goes down. I get a free switch into Machamp, and this time I know that Espeon's coming in. It thinks I'm gonna go for Focus Blast because I'm looking at the rest of his team. Like this Espeon is the last thing that can take a Focus Blast from me. So I go for Fire Blast, knowing that it's coming in. That's a 2-hit KO. And then here, I do believe. I had the Reflect up. Did I get the Light Screen up? Yeah, I did. So I know I have Light Screen up for one more turn. So I decide to switch. And this was a risky switch. If he went for Psychic, then I die. But luckily he goes for Dazzling Gleam. I'm like, I can take that for days. If he went for Psychic, I think I die. Which is unfortunate. But I brought this thing in for one reason. And like Light Screen wears off. So I'm going to die. So I know I brought it in just to Sucker Punch it. And then it goes down. I'm just like, yes! Victory shall be mine! So I've been making great plays this whole game. It's got such a powerhouse team, but I've been playing around it. In comes this Lopunny to fake me out. I was confident I could live it. And then I'm like, okay, I'll get one last bit of damage with Sucker Punch. And then he predicts that and switches out into Ferrothorn. I'm like, oh, well played, sir. And here's the unfortunate part. I go for Mega Horn here. Look, watch this. That's a 2-hit KO from that point. If I had like gone for Mega Horn on that turn, I would have been able to 2-hit KO this thing with Ariados, which is crazy. Ariados beating a Ferrothorn. Don't see that every day. So I get taken out with Gyro Ball. It's cool, but obviously Machamp's still around, and now I have zero reason not to go for choice specs, Stab, Focus Blast, and here I knew he was going to stay in. He's got Excadrill, and he's got Lopunny left. And I do believe I have Machamp, and I have Gardevoir in the back. And I do believe that's it, cause, yeah, Greninja's down. Yeah, so that's all I have left. So here, I know that this is obviously physically defensive. It can take the Fake Out really well. So my play here was to Wish. I needed to Wish and get it back over to Machamp. And bring its health back up so that it could take a hit from this thing and decimate it with Focus Blast. And that's the only thing I was really thinking of at this point. So I go here. I don't get confused with Dizzy Punch. Thank goodness. And yeah, thank goodness he had Dizzy Punch and not Return. Yeah, I don't think I would not have been able to take that. So here I've got the Wish up. I was kind of hoping to get it off and then die, but that just wasn't going to happen. So I do switch into Machamp. So I take the Rocks damage. He gets the Dizzy Punch off. And like, I'm like, oh, live it, and I live with 6. I'm like, whew! But unfortunately, Gardevoir doesn't have that much health, so I didn't get a whole lot back. So that's why using Wish Gardevoir is not that great. So here, I'm going to reveal the Vacuum Wave. Yes, I do have Vacuum Wave on my Machamp, and that's a 2-hit KO on this Excadrill. I used it just because I knew that the Lopunny would outspeed me. And I'm like, I can get that priority. I think I can take it out. I didn't calc it. I just knew that I needed to outspeed in order to take it out. So I know why he switched out there to get that Fake Out back in. So here, my only play was to do this. It was to switch out into Gardevoir. I died to Rocks. I needed to burn that Fake Out. And then I come in and I did calc this next one. I'm like, I calced the Vacuum Wave. It did not do enough. This is where Lopunny's bulk takes effect. I couldn't do it. So here, I'm sitting at 81 damage. Pay attention to that. I get hit with the Dizzy Punch. Watch this. I live with 2 health, and the Focus Blast, no guard, doesn't miss. Lopunny goes down. I win. I was so upset, but so happy that I won. But I was so upset that my camera wasn't working, because guys, I literally jumped out of my chair when I lived with that. Because I checked the calcs on, because you look at the calcs, I had 88 damage that one time. Dizzy Punch did 81 exactly. Or, right, I had 86 and I went down to 6. And then on that last one I had 81, I went down to that. So, yeah, oh, my heart could not take that. Oh, no, yeah, it was 80, yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, it was 88 down to 6. So it did 82 points of damage. So if he had gotten that same damage roll the next time, I would have lost. I was just like crossing my fingers. Oh, even just watching this again, I could not believe I got that. And I'm so sorry that the camera just fits out on me. Oh, I was so happy. But like, did you see all those predictions I was making? Machamp, MVP, Zarya, just taking lives. How many kills did it get? Let's see here. Tyranitar died to Gardevoir. Espeon died to Widowmaker, the Ariados. I got Excadrill. I got Hippowdon. I got... yeah, it got 4 kills that match and just dealt damage like crazy. Oh, I'm like almost speechless about that, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. This is what I want to bring to my channel, is awesome battles like this. So I know they haven't been as frequent lately. That will change. This is going to be like a pretty consistent thing, like when I get my new job. But with my computer, I won't have these issues where they will be live, and I don't have to deal with this. So, if you enjoyed that battle, please like. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I bring this all the time, this craziness. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!